Hi, this is Mike Regan with TransAct's 2-minute warning for the week of August 19th. Folks, I know you're extremely busy, but please, I'm asking you to take just 2 minutes to think about some of the things we're highlighting in this week's 2-minute warning, because if you ignore them, it could have a significant impact on your supply chain and result in much higher freight costs for you. Folks, we've been doing these 2-minute warnings for a lot of years, never issued a headline like that. But there are a lot of things going on, and I'm really concerned because some of you are so busy, you're not paying attention to the types of things that could have an impact on your supply chain. So with that thought in mind, consider what happens if tomorrow, Thursday, the Canadian railroads go on strike. You're thinking, well, we don't have a lot of business up in Canada, but folks, the rail networks are connected throughout North America. It's a holistic network. It will have a significant impact on rail operations in the United States as well. The second thing that you need to know is there's a likelihood of a strike on the East Coast ports after September 30th. How will your company be affected? We also saw an explosion in Ningbo, which is an extremely important Chinese port that could have an impact on what's coming out of China. We're seeing issues, for example, at other ports as well. Now that brings us into the LTL market. As we highlighted in a 2-minute warning a couple of weeks ago, there's some changes that are occurring with the National Motor Freight Transportation Association that will have an impact on your LTL cost. If you're not preparing for that, you're going to be caught by surprise. You're going to say, oh my, the sky is falling, our costs are going up. You could have and should have known about that because it's been broadcast, not just by us, but by others. That brings us to what's going on in the parcel market. This past week, FedEx issued their changes to the peak season surcharges. Now, UPS announced theirs a couple of weeks ago. Some of you said, oh, I use FedEx, no issues. Guess what? FedEx issued theirs, and if you sit back on your duff and don't do a thing, your parcel costs are going to go up by 8 to 15%. And that brings into sharp relief the need for a supply chain strategy document. Many of you say, oh, I'm too busy. Folks, if that's your strategy, if your strategy is to say, well, we'll just get along like we've always gotten along, you better hope your competitors really don't care about their supply chains either. Because if you have a competitor that says we're going to use our supply chain as an asset, you could have a problem. That's what I found out when I interviewed the person who was the number 2 person at Amazon at the time. He talked about how Amazon used their supply chain to beat their competitors. Don't let your competitors beat you. Now, you may be saying, Mike, we don't have a supply chain strategy document. What do? You know what the answer is. You give us a call here at TransAct. We're experts at helping companies put together these strategy documents for affecting their supply chain. We use an array of tools, assessments that can help you understand what your options and alternatives are so that your supply chain can be an asset and not an anchor. Now, if you're interested in learning more, all you need to do, send me an email, give us a call, because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we are on your team. We're here to help. We're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.